Yeah.
I think the problem with a lot of these science studies based on building muscle, they're done on fucking normal people. They're not done on actual bodybuilders. So
How relevant are they?
yeah.
Aye.
And also, if you look back, I listened to a podcast about it actually, and a lot of the actual differences of where they've suddenly decided this way is better were so fucking minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It was fuck all that you weren't going to notice.
Mm-hmm.
But they're obviously going, well, that's the way to fucking do it. This bicep grew by 0.16 of an inch.
It comes down to the control group. I mean, if your control group's nobody that's ever lifted a weight, and then you're going to get those newbie gains, you're going to get a disproportionate result.
Yep.
Where if you take, 10 seasoned fucking bodybuilders and you do the science based and they're like, nah, nothing's really
You might
changed.
get a totally different
You're going to
set
get a
of
total
results,
different outcome. But it's what that muscle's been exposed to that's really, like, if you're exposing it to stimulus and it's not used to that stimulus, it's going to respond. It doesn't mean it's going to respond in a better way than, something, a traditional movement.
I think with bodybuilding, you've got to take a mixture of science and fucking bro science, because the cunts that have got fucking big, that's enough science for me.
I've
What
not,
they did.
it's like I've not seen a big guy that needs a fucking gum shield and a seatbelt and wrist straps for leg extension.
Oh, fuck.
No, that's what I mean. Like, that's
Gum
a
shields.
different universe completely.
It's wild. And I mean, there's a part of me that is like, hey, look, if your whole bit is you want views and you're clickbaiting and you're rage baiting people and you're fucking fine, whatever makes you happy. It's the people that are really naive and new that are buying into this, and they're going to get
That's
involved
the
in all
problem.
this
That's
shit.
who they're hoping to target. That's who they're doing it, and then they're getting all these people thinking, and then they're starting to believe the
It's
shite,
like
the
done-
shite they're spilling.
It's unintended consequences of what they're doing because they think they're doing no harm, and it's like, well, look, you've just led somebody down the garden path. They've got a fucking seatbelt that they don't need that should be in a car. They've got a gum shield and they're fucking boxing.
Hinky a gym bag back in the day to a gym bag now. You're fucking. It's
like-
mental the extra
I
stuff.
don't- We've got away from, you used to just look at the biggest guy in the gym, what's he doing? Now it's, well, this guy on Instagram says I should be doing this.
The guy on Instagram's a fucking wet washing. He's like,
Exactly.
the
But
guy
the
still
guy
stays
that's
with his maw.
massive, they didn't want to do that.
He's fucking 10 stone. He stays with his maw and he's telling you how to lift.
But he said science agrees with him.
Oh,
So that's what, and it sounds easier to me, so
There's a
that's what I'll do.
250 word abstract and a fucking mean calculation and a
But
graph.
the
So
person that's fucking spouting the science probably doesn't even know the fucking science behind it or seen the fucking study behind it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
somebody
the
said
science, the
that's it.
science behind these cunts is like, so why have you not grown in the last year? Like,
Exactly.
someday it's not doing your stuff. Answer that one, eh? You fucking.
well, you would have thought, like, there's plenty of smart scientist guys that have been bodybuilders that could have wrote empirical studies, that could have wrote, science literature. If there was something new in Fandango that they would have went, hey, look, I've been bodybuilding, I've got bigger, here's what I've done.
There was always one interesting. What was that? Mike Mensa, eh?
Like mine, so
Or Mensa.
a bit.
His training was always like, it was like Tom Platt's training
Aye.
sort of gig, eh? And they did reach in, like, they found out a new way to fucking grow muscle, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because
There's
they
many
were growing
different
muscle.
ways. That's the thing. There's so many different ways. There's not only one way to grow muscle.
Listen,
There's,
but
different, there's different ways to get stimulus on the muscle, but the thing that these guys are doing is trying to say that their way is superior above all else,
I get
and they
that,
can't.
aye.
They've not got any evidence for it.
No.
There's no evidence for it, and the stuff that they're using is really just semantics to make them sound clever.
The thing with training and bodybuilding as well is like not the one way that works good for me might not work for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you've got to find out what works for you.
Yeah.
And
That was like us all
Yes,
through years. Like, we weren't, like, we were doing enough to get where we were going. But then, like, we had to change the way we trained legs. We had to change the way we done loads of things.
That's
and we had to
thing, like,
fucking-
exactly, like we've trained legs where we've leg pressed fucking ridiculous
and we were just going in
weights,
lifting weight.
like fucking
Hundreds of weight.
15, 17 plates aside on leg presses, and it did fuck all. And now you'll see us putting on 8 plates, 10 plates, but we're doing it totally different.
And it's helped.
And that's the thing is, like, you're going in and you're figuring that out, and you're going, right, I'm getting a better response here.
I was thinking, you
And that in
didn't
itself is-
figure that
that's
out.
a scientific test where you've went, I've done it one way and I've done it the other way and I've measured both ways and I'm getting a better result with this way. And I can evidence by I got a better result from this one than I did that one.
Yep. But this little skinny guy sitting there going, no, but no, science says you're wrong.
You just do it this way and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but you're 10 stone wet through.
And the irony is, there's people that there's a big fucking huge dude that's saying this is what I've done and it's worked. And it's you don't need literature. You can look at him and go, oh, that worked. And then you've got a guy who has got absolutely no evidence basis on what the way he looks, who's needing to spam you with graphs, charts, and fucking semantic big words to sound smart. And it's just, you go, how can you possibly believe this when it's staring you right in the face?
So I like what Jordan Peters says, success leaves clues.
Exactly.
The big, like, I don't care what your science says, but the big guy, he's done something that's fucking worked, so maybe you should listen to what he's got to say.
How many
It might
big,
not work
how many
for you,
big guys
though.
is there? Probably like there looks like there's a lot because we watch them day to day. But like when are you ever on holiday and you see a big guy?
This is the thing what I'm saying as well.
You
Like
didn't.
the big guys
You
in
didn't see a
bodybuilding,
big guy.
it's diminishing.
You didn't see.
Bodybuilding classes 10 years ago used to have 10 guys in an open class. Now you're lucky if class 1, the tall class that me and Gaz are in, at regional, you're lucky if you'll get 5.